having some Friday fun in here and getting a jump start on our Dia de los Muertos celebrations with these amazing interactive sugar skulls that you can see right here. I was sort of working on mine pre-segment, and there's so many rich traditions that are incorporated into Dia de los Muertos, and you too can join in on all the fun at the festivities that will be taking place in Oak Park. Joining me right now, we have Gladio.
That's right.
And sugar skull artist Robbo. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Let's first talk about Dia de los Muertos. I mean, this event, this holiday, it's you know, gaining in popularity, becoming more mainstream. The images we're seeing more and more often. So kind of explain, why do you guys celebrate?
I started celebrating it from my mom that passed on, and it helped me get through the grieving process, you know. From tragedy comes greatness, and that's where now I actually make art that represents Dia de los Muertos and stick with the tradition of making real sugar skulls.
And Claudia, what about you?
So for me, it's part of my culture. This is a tradition that has thousands of years history. I grew up with it. My mom making altars for our family members, and just really, it's about appreciating life, processing your own mortality, and remembering other individuals that have passed.
Well, I think it's awesome that you guys can now, you know, you're sharing it through art, through your culture. We're talking about these sugar skulls that we have here today, and I guess I didn't realize this is actually sugar.
Yeah, they are, yeah, handmade ones.
Handmade sugar, so you have a mold. I mean, how much sugar are we talking here? It's pretty sweet.
It's about a pound.
And where did that concept come from?
The sugar skulls, like making them?
Yeah.
Just from the history of Dia de los Muertos, you would decorate a sugar skull, put your loved one's name on there, and actually place it on the altar when you're celebrating it.
Okay.
So it's remembering that person that's passed on.
Okay, and then you guys are going to be doing this in Oak Park, so talk about that partnership.
So we'll be out there November 1st. We'll have it'll be between 32nd Street and 36th Street on Broadway. We'll have a main stage with traditional folk dancers, music, a harp group. We'll have a cemetery scene at the Brick House at 36th Street. And vendors all up and down the street. We'll have a car club, lots of activity.
Nice. And so you're doing a workshop series, and so the Sugar Skulls is part of that series?
Yeah, you can just walk on up and make a sugar skull at the event.
Okay.
And get your hands a little sticky and check it out.
All right, well, you mentioned get your hands sticky. I don't know how sticky I want to get, but since you brought this here, and I kind of started doing mine, okay? He was showing me how to do a flower, but talk about, you know, what can I do to jazz it up, and what kind of things go into it?
So usually you can put like flowers on them, and then you draw the teeth, and we have gems here that you can stick on there.
Is there any right or wrong way?
There is not. It's all about what you
now, do any of these
see.
Decorations, do they mean anything in particular, or is it just?
No, just to add on to the experience. And so basically you can kind of tell I did a pink and purple one earlier.
Okay.
And then, oh, there you go. You got the flower
Mine's looking
going
a little
on.
patriotic right there.
There you go. You want to give it an eye, you can put a little gem in there.
Okay, let's put a gem.
Yeah, put a gem in there.
And so how did you get started doing this?
With myself. We started celebrating Dia de los Muertos for my mom, and we had a lot of friends over, and we had sugar skulls. I've always done art, but I've never pushed to sell it. And I was decorating them like 3 weeks past, and that's where my wife was like, why don't you try to sell some at Second Saturday? And it took off from there, and it's expanded, and I've been lucky enough to be able to exhibit my art all over, from the California Museum to the Oakland Museum to, you know, doing pieces for Disney. So it's
these,
been
wow! So
interesting.
these are some of the pieces you have up here.
Yeah.
Not mine, obviously, but they're really intricate, very beautiful. And how many of these are you doing?
Events or pieces, I can do about I can do about six a month, and these are exactly everything that you're going to use when you come decorate a sugar skull. It's the real sugar skull. It's the royal icing and everything. You can kind of get your hands dirty, and you got to figure everybody's got to go through a first one. So my first ones weren't very happy.
Right, I know. Which I was telling him, like, I'm gonna try to flex my creative juices, which maybe
there you go.
Still need a little help. So, Claudio, why do you feel it's important to be able to share this with people of all cultures? Why should people of all cultures, you know, get involved and pay attention?
Well, I think it's something that we all go through, right? The need to be able to honor our loved ones. This is the sugar skull making just specifically. I remember my mom as a kid used to tell me, as family members passed on, that this is something you shouldn't be afraid of.
Nice.
Feel your face.
Great.
It's already inside you.
All right, Claudio. Well, we want to thank you and Robbo for being here. Check them out in Oak Park, First Fridays.
This interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.